Activision presents a smashing blast from the past. Developed by Vicarious Visions. It's Crash Bandicoot.
As that voice just said, it's Crash Bandicoot. Except this one's a bit different here with this though. This is the remake that occurred like for the PS4, Switch, and all that though. Like Steam, like pretty much all consoles got it though. Crash Bandicoot N-Sane Trilogy. As we get to see that though, the Crash Bandicoot N-Sane Trilogy. So let's go right ahead over in here, and as we'll get to see here that it's actually, as we'll see here, 3 games in 1. So yeah, this is basically 3 games for the price of 1 with this one here though. This is basically an HD remaster remake of the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games. Of course, I'm going to be starting off with the first game over here though, with this though, and I'm going to be starting up a new game though and overwriting the autosave thing there with that though, and we're going to jump right into this so let's get started with the smashing blast from the past.
But, Dr. Cortex, we haven't determined the cause of past failures.
Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time, I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex.
Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do.
Failure again. Capture him!
Uh-oh.
Prepare the female Bandicoot.
On that ominous note, Insanity Beach. Collect 3 Aku Masks to become invincible here. But yeah, Crash Bandicoot here. 3D platforming that started on the PlayStation era of things. Of that though, here. You can bounce off these crates over here though to get multiple pieces of fruit here though. The fruit's basically like the coins in like Mario or like the bananas in Donkey Kong though, where you basically get 100 to, where more or less you get 100 to get an extra life with that though. Also, you can spin enemies away over here that though, but the name of the game here is going to be platforming and breaking these boxes here though, because a lot of stuff with Crash Bandicoot here comes from wanting to break all the boxes to getting everything over here though. That includes this bounce crate over here with that though. You have to spin away. You have to spin to break that though, and that does count towards the box total. And again, of course, you spin enemies into boxes though that also break boxes as well though. But again, the idea is to try to break all the boxes as well. And of course, it's basically a platformer game though. It's 3D platforming here. Got checkpoint barrel here though, and as we get our 3rd Aku mask here, we become invincible. It's kind of like getting a Starman. It's kind of like getting the power, getting a star in Mario, where you literally just don't take damage from anything. That though. Now, of course, falling on the pits doesn't help you. It doesn't protect you from that, though. And also, death perception can also be really weird with this as well, though. So, also, this is going to be a jerkish thing that they threw right here, though. You're bouncing all these crates over here, though. The thing is, though, to get all the boxes, though, you have to bounce off each individual one. Use the shadows to see where you are. It's also one of those cases. This is also one of those games, though, where I actually, in a weird case, though, I actually used 2 different control scheme, well, 2 different things though for the directional thing though, because I use the control stick at times though for like these normal segments over here, but at times when it gets really tight, I also like using the D-pad as well though, because the D-pad basically makes the straightforward platform, the straightforward controls like just going straight in one direction much more precise. But break all the boxes here, and you get a gem for it though. That is basically your collectible for 100% with this game, though. Which, if you know me playing these games, though, like playing my games on this channel, though, I do like going for 100%, though. But the problem with Crash Bandicoot in that regard, though, is that a lot of times, though, like that first stage, though, you were able to get all the boxes, no problem. A lot of stages, though, you're not able to get them first time around, though. So as we move on to Jungle Rules, we're going to see a little bit of that, though. However, the hint right here says spinning TNT is deadly. Jump on it instead. So we're about to get introduced to another mechanic with the boxes here, though. And I'm actually gonna on purpose not take that Aku Aku mask that's over there, though, just so I can demonstrate that here, though. You don't want to spin this TNT though, but bounce on it though, and it'll create a little countdown here. Of course, it blows up. You take damage with that though. Also, because the reason I did that before was because Aku Aku masks that you've got from previous levels carry over to the next level though. There's a few exceptions where to that though, where they don't, but for the most part though, that happens though. Also, another new mechanic that we got over here though is that we got that little thing that looked like that female Bandicoot that we saw earlier though. That's a token over here and those are called Tauna Tokens because that female Bandicoot that we saw in the introduction is named Tauna. And she's pretty much the reason why Crash is on this adventure anyway, though, because he basically escaped from the lab, though, but where she's still there, though, and he's gonna go. Like, she's basically the Peach. She's basically the Peach in this one, Princess Peach in this one, though. Like, she's basically the one that Crash has to go save. And I took a hit there because I got a little distracted, like trying to go a little too early, though. Aku Aku masks, though, the Aku Aku masks, though, do function as extra hits, though, because Crash is very much by himself he gets hit once he's dead, but again, Aku Aku mask basically serves like an extra hit. Yes, collect 3 tokens there, and we get to go to a bonus stage over here though. And the bonus stages bonus stages though, the boxes here though do count towards the box total of this one here. Now this is a change that they implemented, I believe, starting in the second game though, and they kept it for the original, for this one in the remake though, because in the original game the bonus stages did not count towards box total. The boxes in there did not count towards the box total there, but I thought I was gonna get hit here for a second though, but with the remake though, they decided to keep that change in for this one here though. But this is one of those stages though, as you see though, I'm missing 3 boxes there from the looks of that though. So we'll get to see what that looks like though when you don't get all the boxes. Crash acts like it was a hard time going through there, and he gets, this is great, but you miss however many boxes that you missed with that though. That was one of those stages. It is not possible to get all the boxes on your first visit though, because what it is though is like those gems. There are special gems later on that you get later on in the game though that'll let you there are special ones that'll basically open up other paths, in short. And a lot of times though, those other paths will take you to more boxes that'll let you get all the boxes. Yeah, like I said, this game's very. This Crash Bandicoot games can get a bit backtrack heavy for trying to get the try to go for 100% though, but also, okay, yeah. So this right here though, that will if you're underneath, if you get caught between that though, that crate will hurt you though. Oh! That's the first death, really? Because I got a little. Like, that's the first death, really? Alright. Now I probably should just start slowing down so I can actually talk about some of the stuff over there. The turtle enemies that are there, the turtle enemies over there, you can if you bounce on them, they'll flip over. Then you can use them as like little springboards, though. That monkey there, the one that got me last time, though, when he's rolling around, you cannot spin into it, though. Like, you'll just bounce off it, though, which was my mistake. I had spun into that while we're still rolling, though. I thought I did a little too early, and I took a hit from that plant there too. What? I'm off to a great start with this one here. Yeah, 1 death on the 3rd level though, and I mean, yeah, Crash Bandicoot's actually a pretty, especially when you go for 100%. Crash Bandicoot's actually a pretty hard game, especially for 100% though, and the level design for the platforming is actually pretty tough. Like I said, level design actually can get pretty weird at times, though. Okay, I'm gonna let that turtle go back over here, though, so I can showcase this mechanic here. Yeah, when you bounce the turtle, it basically creates a little springboard that you can bounce. That though, that's how you're supposed to reach that box there. And also, you can always just spin the turtles away too, though. But there are times though where you're gonna need to bounce off turtles, though. Like I said, I bring that up though because it does become an important thing later on. Okay, another mechanic right here though. These tribesmen over here, jumps, they'll bounce you back, but otherwise, but you just jump to basically you get music shield above though, and then you can spin them away that way. Also, yeah, like these little platforms here that have the moss on it though, they are slippery though, so you're gonna have to, so they will cause you to fall. You absolutely can slide off them, but. And I believe there's gonna be another tribesman here. Get out of here. Okay, get past this over here though. Also, yeah, you can bounce off those torches there when they're not lit. However, when those flames are lit, the hitbox is much larger than you think it is. Like it definitely reaches a lot higher than you think it does. Like I said, I've had times where it looks like I've cleared the flame and I still taking a hit. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Get these over here. Also, you're gonna start seeing the TNT. Also, you're gonna start seeing the TNTs in bonuses as well. And one good thing about these bonuses, though, is that a lot of times you can get a good amount of lives out of them, though. So I definitely more than made up for that one that I lost earlier in this stage with that. And I believe this is another stage though where I'm not able to get everything anyway, though. Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, like the crate's right there, and there's. Okay, there we go. The crate's right there, and there's nothing over here. You see that little platform that's right there? The little outline there? That is the little thing that'll unlock once I've gotten a gem, a specific gem later on in the game. So yeah, another one of those. I absolutely cannot. You cannot get the gem first try on the first round here. But yeah, so again, like I said, like 2 levels right out of the gate with that though. Yeah, again, like this game's pretty heavy on backtracking with that though. Boulders, so we're gonna get introduced to another new mechanic while we're here. And here's your gem. Break all the boxes in the level to earn a clear gem. We saw that from the first level here though. But yeah, we got ourselves a new mechanic over here though. Now we're going against the camera. And the reason for that is gonna be quite obvious. Time to channel Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark and run away from the boulder. But yeah, you're going against the camera for this though, as these sections basically become, these levels basically become ones you have basically to run from the boulder and platform here. These levels, especially some of the later ones with like that though, become a lot more trial and error because it sometimes can be hard to react, especially when you're forced to go full speed with it though, and you're fighting against the camera. So sometimes some of the obstacles can be a little tricky to react to. So it definitely comes a case when you have to start like learning these levels a bit more. Also, like those things over there, those things will slow you down, but they won't actually hurt you. But also, yeah, if you do miss one kind of thing about these levels there is if you do miss the box, the boulder will break it for you though. So it's technically not impossible because you can. There are boxes the boulder isn't gonna break though, but you pretty much have to on purpose not break some boxes though for that to happen though. So we got 2 gems. So we're already 10% complete of the game with this game, like 10% of the way through completion. And well, now we got ourselves another. So like we're making a pretty good time right now. So let's go ahead into this level over here though, and I believe this is another. Oh yeah, collect 3 face tokens to unlock a bonus round. I already talked about that game. By the way, the hints basically do go for like each level with that though. So it's not like the hints are random though. They're like each hint, the hint is the same though every time you go for that level. So it's not like I said. They're very specific with that though. By the way though, this is another interesting mechanic with this though. Crash can't swim at all. If he so much as puts a toe in that water, he'll drown. I mean, like, what? I must have tunneled there. There must have been a fish going across that I must have tunnel vision there when I was talking about that though. But yeah, like those fish will hurt you though. To get those little leaf platforms that'll. I thought I missed that. You get go around there. There were also some of those little lily pads earlier that I was showing with that though, but those are the other lily pad ones though, the ones that are stationary though, not the leaf that's floating right here though. If we see another one, I'll point it out. But some of those will sink after that one up there. So like those will sink after a certain amount of time, like after a couple seconds. Oh, so yeah, like these carnivorous plants, so the red ones will snap at you as you try. Will start to snap at you as you like land, approach it there. The purple one there is more or less on a time. It'll constantly snap. So you gotta avoid that though. And yep, there are those little things though that require me to go to another. That require me to go to another level. Which of course means I'm not gonna get the gem in this part. Like for this level in this part, because I gotta do something else. By the way, something else I should point out as well, though. Oh, this was a bad idea. That was what I wanted to point out, though. It is possible to fall in these bonus levels. Like to fall in those pits, as I've nearly shown there. It doesn't actually cost lives if you do fall in it, though. But if you do have an Aku mask, you do lose it. Because Aku works as a free hit for each one that you have. Except for the time when you get 3, then you basically become invincible, and then it goes back to like you had 2. Ah! Yeah, sometimes the platforming gets the depth perception can get a bit awkward at times, though, with that, though, but... As I started to say, though, again, like, if you, like, fall in the water, I just showed that if you fall in the water, if you fall into a pit, though, Aku does nothing for that, though, that's still instant death. Great, but you missed 3 boxes, as is normal. As is normal with that though in your first visit though, because another stage you got to backtrack to get everything. All right, but now there's one called Papu Papu over here though. This is our first boss, and he's really easy. Like, he's actually pretty easy. Body blows don't hurt him, which basically means spinning is not gonna work. Spinning is not gonna work. So how this fight works though is he's gonna. Oh. I didn't realize I was triggering that, though. He's going to slam a staff down, though, and then you just bounce off him. And then just do it again. And again. And he will spin with the staff when it's down there and try to hit you with the staff afterward with that as well. But that's all there is to it. Like I said, Papu Papu, pretty basic first boss. And Crash uses him as the springboard to get out of there. Like I said, it's not obvious. So this is a really wacky game, though. Because it's not, as if it wasn't obvious, since it's Crash Bandicoot. But with that, we made it through our first boss there. We made it through the first 5 stages there. I think we're gonna go ahead and end off this video here, though. So next time on the Crash Bandicoot N-Sane Trilogy, we're gonna continue on with this first game over here, though, as we get closer to as we go try to join with Crash there, as we try to help him go save his girlfriend. So until then, see you guys then. Thank you all for watching.